Good morning, afternoon. This is day 24 of the Go Live in Every Day in August challenge. Okay, so I'm still trying to catch up. I've missed a couple of days, and I think it's really because I am totally unfocused or more unfocused than usual. And I am pretty certain or have recently gotten confirmation that it's not my imagination. I listened to one of the Facebook Live Janice Masters the other day, and everything she said just kind of resonated with me, and we subsequently had a conversation. And I wanted to know, and she explained to me about sensitives and empaths. And I think I might be one. I just don't know what to do about that. And I said all that to say because I'm having a hard time deciding what it is I want to say on camera, what to share, for what purpose, other than getting through the challenge, but to whose benefit. And one of the things I know I talked with her about, or I mentioned, was the energy. Okay, I could care less about what's happening up there in God's region, sun, moon, whatever, but I know the moon controls tides. I've been to the beach. I don't consider myself a religious person, but I do consider myself very spiritual. And I know there's a battle. I feel it. There's a battle. And it's going on in the heavenlies. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? Darkness. And some of y'all are witnessing that. Some of y'all are feeling that. And I find myself listening, watching, sharing as a distraction. Well, not a distraction. It's real. We can't ignore this. We can't think that things are going to go back to normal because they're not. And my spirit is telling me I have something to say. And as I said in a longer video the other day, and this won't be that long, there's a 10-year-old little girl in me that woke up. She woke up. She's been dormant for years. She couldn't say anything when she was watching the horror, the atrocities on a black and white television in the 60s, growing up in the 70s. I've lived some of this history that some people want us to forget. Some people want us to forget the history of America. And I find myself fascinated by the untold, omitted, truth exchanged for a lie history that most of us have been taught and live by. We believe what we've been told. And I challenge each and every person listening, do your own independent investigation. And what I love about what's happening right now, as unfocused as I am, as chaotic as the world seems, or certainly here in America as it seems to most people, it's time. The conversation that should have been had a long time ago, that has been had before. But the interesting thing, what I find fascinating, is that for the first time, people that look like me, we get to say our piece. We get to say what's on our hearts and what's on our mind. Free speech says we can, and we ain't trying to hate on anybody. It may feel militant, but it's a, I told you so. And if our people, just speaking about, black folk, if we were who the media and most unenlightened people, if we were really like that, it'd be a whole different ballgame now, wouldn't it? I listened to this brother the other day. He was on a TED Talk. It's posted on my timeline. Please find it. I don't remember his name, but he went undercover into the alt-right. A black man, imagine that. His talk was fascinating, but what I got out of all of that was the idea about courageous conversations. He's having those locally at the barbershop, where a lot of talk happens in our neighborhoods, right? But what are we talking about? Right now, I love that white folks are talking about the mess they have going on in their country. I'm loving it. Y'all need to be talking. Black folk been knowing. I'm just wondering, are y'all listening? Because if the anger that is in our DNA were to really come forth, that would not be a good thing. But that's not who we are. Never has been. But on the other hand, we're looking at a society, we're living in a culture that is your history. You don't want to look at it, you don't want to believe it, you want to rewrite it. Oh, and I've heard some things this morning. Oh my God, that one pastor claiming Christian. Oh, please, take that out your mouth. Christian religions, they're man-made. Read your book, whatever book it is you believe in. The spirit that gives you breath every day will guide you into the truth. Most people go to church and they listen to the pastor or whomever. You check against your book, their reading, their interpretation. You're willing to accept that? I heard something today. I couldn't believe the lady was saying this. And what was interesting was the audience she was speaking to, the television program she was on. I remember my grandmama, my aunties watching. Praise the Lord. I have learned more about America's history, where black people are concerned, in the last 2 years than I was ever taught in school. And I was pretty studious, so if I didn't learn it, I guess y'all didn't either. Keep up the conversations. We need to be having them, because that's the only way we're going to get to understanding. Like I've said before, black people live in the world in which we were brought to. We don't make the rules. We weren't invited to the party. Oh, well, we were, but we still can't, whatever. I'm not trying to go down that road. What y'all think about it really doesn't matter. I'm trying to help people that don't quite get it. Look into yourselves. Check yourselves. Do your own research. Listen to people that don't look like you. See if you can change your mind and perspective, right? Because we ain't trying to hurt you. We just trying to get what's ours. And history has shown, y'all don't seem to want that. And what you need to understand is, it doesn't matter what you guys want anymore. We're coming. We're not going anywhere. We're not going backward. That I can promise you. We're not going backward. So get ready, get educated, reach out. And if anybody would like to talk with me some further, I'm trying to figure this out. This is not really what I want to be talking about, but it's in my spirit to say something, and I can't get it off my mind. Again, there's this 10-year-old little girl that could not talk, and she watched what happened 50 years ago. I'm not going to be in the street at almost 60, but technology affords me a way to say what I need to say. And I just trust and believe that there's an ear, a listening ear. Just trying to help somebody. Because this nonsense needs to stop. It really does. Don't think this ain't God's judgment on America. Trust and believe it is. Get ready. Get ready. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.